Sometime last year, President Yoweri Museveni issued a directive that restricted commercial burning of charcoal as a remedy to tree-cutting prey that was soon depleting Uganda's forest cover. A report by Twaweza indicates that 95% of Ugandans continue to use firewood and charcoal as fuel for cooking, justifying the high rate of forest cover loss. The report further reveals that barely 4% of Ugandans use the renowned alternatives like kerosene, electricity and gas for cooking, which status is heavily driven by the high cost attached to such resources.
The country is interested in the promotion of the use of LPG, but how many Ugandans can actually afford that? That is a big question that needs to be answered by multiple stakeholders.
Government is being urged to deliberately check on the prices of such products to lure the populace into transitioning from the environmentally insensitive means to clean energy use.
We need to reduce on the power tariffs. We need to also reduce on the gas expenses such that people are able to adopt. Otherwise, the presidential directives on closing charcoal exportation and sales will not work if people have nothing to use for cooking.
It's an open secret that Uganda is already experiencing significant impacts of climate change, manifesting in changing weather patterns, drop in water levels, and increased frequency of extreme weather patterns like floods and drought. Environmental enthusiasts are calling on Ugandans to embrace adaptation to climate change, but also take keen interest in mitigation efforts.
Forestation and reforestation are very important items in curbing, first of all, in curbing the emissions so far within the atmosphere, and also in helping to do with the adaptation, especially provision of firewood, but also agroforestry provision of food, and also management of the soil fertility. So we are very optimistic that if at least we are able to jealously guard our natural resources, especially forestry resources, we shall be able to curb the effect of climate change, especially on the agricultural production.
Whereas the research portrays eastern and northern parts of Uganda as the worst hit by effects of climate change, there is no guarantee that the rest of the country is immune. Deliberate efforts to ensure conservation and restoration of the degraded parts remains the ultimate remedy by far. Dorcas Kimono, UBC News.